Okay guys, just so you guys know what this thing is, it's a 2015 Mercury Verado 300. And you may have noticed that you're leaking water out of your flush fitting right down here, which we'll take a look at real quick. I'm terrified of dropping my phone in the water, so I'm out over the water on my lift. So you're pissing water out of here and you're not sure why. So we're going to get to the bottom of that. This is obviously your flush fitting. So some people will mention that, you know, you got an O-ring or a gasket in here just like on your hose, but that's where your hose fits into, and that gasket is for your hose. So it's got nothing to do with it pissing water out of this little tiny hole. This little vent hole is there purposely, and when she starts bleeding, what you've got is an issue with what they call this flush fitting assembly flush. And I'm going to give you guys a link to this and everything, so please subscribe. I appreciate it. I think it'll be worth it for you. So this one's brand new, and here is the part number. And that's Mercury's part number, and obviously that's what this thing is. So we're going to go in there, pull the cowl in the next move, and we are going to find this fitting up about here. And it's, I guess, a common issue. Again, 2015 Mercury Verado 300. And I'll see you in the next clip here. Hang on. Okay guys, as you can see, I've got the Verado 300 tilted up, cowls off. And as I mentioned, this piece, hang on, let's make sure I got my phone good. This piece goes right here in this position. I'm not sure if there's a directional to it or not. It doesn't appear to be, but I'll let you know after we install it. So this will be my second segment of the video. They said to make sure you hang on to this lower hose when you undo it so that it doesn't slip down into the engine area and you lose track of it. So make sure you hang on to that when you're switching it out. Someone obviously used hose clamps on the last switch. This motor had 220 hours on it when I bought it, and they'd already done this, so it's obviously a common issue. I guess a check valve in there fails, or a spring's weak or something. Now supposedly I heard they updated this to a better spring or something, but I'm gonna go back with the same hose clamps. I do like the Oetikers. If I have some in my toolbox, I will swap them out because I do have the tools now, and the Oetikers are obviously here. I'm a big fan of going back with the Oetikers, but if this is a common issue and this is working fine, this isn't a big deal. I'm gonna stick with the hose clamps. Okay, I'll let you guys know how we make out. We're gonna swap this in there and put it back together, and we'll give it a drop it in the water and give it a test run. Make sure we're not bleeding out of our flush fitting again. That's the whole reason we're doing this, remember. All right, you guys can see where it's located. It's within hand's length of the oil fill, and this should be a simple task. We'll see what happens. I'll let you guys know in a minute. Okay guys, just a couple little tips on this thing. I took the fitting out, as you can see, and yeah, that hose can drop down in, but more importantly, see that hose down here I'm wiggling? Okay, that's the bottom hose. It goes down in that channel, but more importantly, the fitting, the clamp on that, I just looped it on this wire to hold it. But you can see what type of clamp it is. It's just one of these little press jobbers. So, you know, just popping that apart, be gentle. But we're gonna slide the new one in, but I just wanted to show you, it's handy to have a little tool for that clamp. And then these Oetikers, if you're gonna go back with the Oetikers, the ones I have are too large, unfortunately. So I'm going back with my hose clamps, as I mentioned. But here's your Oetiker tools. These are get some nice snips like this, and this will snip right through the Oetiker's head there. And then your Oetiker crimpers. I bought these a while ago. I like Oetikers a lot, and I normally would buy them and do it, but I just wanted to give you a couple of tips on pulling it out. I'm just gonna go back in with this and my hose clamps, which I left on here, and we'll be good to go. All right, I'll pop it in and I'll let you go. Do a test run and make sure we stopped leaking. Talk to you later. Hey guys, I thought I'd show you why you can tell it's busted, this little fitting. This is the new one. Okay, blow into it, you know, plug in the far side, and you'll hear nothing, no air passes no matter what. If you blow into this piece, no air passes. This is the old one, it's broken. If I plug this and blow into this, it hisses through. Same with blowing into this fitting, it hisses through. So that just shows you that she's jammed with debris, worn out, spring shot, what have you. So that's why you're bleeding the water. So you can definitely see the difference between a new one and an old one and test it by just blowing on it with your mouth. It's that simple. All right, I'll give you the final clip in a minute. Hang on, guys. Okay, guys, we finished her up. We're just running her and checking her for leaks. So, problem solved. We are no longer bleeding out of our flush fitting. You can see she's dry as a bone. And we're pissing perfectly on this side. And our hose clamps are looking good over here, and our fittings are all good, no leaks. Can you see down in there? Yeah, there you go. Okay, so problem solved. Guys, please subscribe. I really appreciate it. I hope that helped a lot. And again, there'll be links down below to the part. And there's your Mercury Verado 300 2015 flush fitting leak fixed. Talk to you guys later. Thanks.